Next question here is the Clippers. Was it over then, and is it over now? Which is pretty sweet and sentimental, because like I think it's over, man. The thought of like we are championship contenders, all the picks are worth it to OKC because you get to marry Paul with Kawhi, and James Harden's going to take us over the stretch. We're going to be a real title team going into the Intuit Dome with all the toilets.
Sorry, it took me a second, but yeah, so many toilets.
That enthusiasm to me isn't there anymore. That's not to say they're not going to end up with Paul, Kawhi, and Harden all back, and they're going to run this thing back, and they could win the damn thing. But to me, like, there is no way to have any type of confidence that all three of those dudes are going to be healthy and performing at maximum capacity in the playoffs together. It has never happened to this point. It's been a half decade of that. And to expect anything otherwise, I think would kind of be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I go back and forth with this sometimes with our friend Michael Pina from The Ringer. He is one of the foremost Clippers believers. He goes after who's going to go kick that football. Lucy's going to keep it down there this time. And every year I'm like, I'd rather be a year late to this. Like I need to see it to believe it, because I've seen it in several different forms and functions fall apart at exactly the time when it's all supposed to be coming together. The fact that they signed the Kawhi Leonard extension for, it's like 3 years, 150, right? Something like that, or around there, 149.
153, yeah.
Somewhere
150.
Plus or minus, yeah, somewhere around there. And that he hasn't finished a season healthy since the bubble, I think. I think that where they collapsed against Denver, but at least he made it to the end of the series. And so I understood why you would do it, but to come out of the season with Paul George not extended, James Harden having turned, had a representative James Harden postseason performance, and now neither of those guys are locked up under contract, and retaining them is going to cost you, an arm and a leg to do it. And you are so limited in your flexibility because you've locked yourself into this Kawhi contract extended out several years. And so even if you were of a mind to say, we're going to dynamite this thing and try to move Kawhi, what value are you going to return for Kawhi Leonard at this point when no one's seen him finish a season in 4 years? And at best you see him be resembling the Fires of old for 30 games, but that's about it. Right. And so past that, where do you go to get something? Ivica Zubats and Terrence Mann and Norm Powell, those guys are expiring contracts this year. This is the last year of their deals. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it could probably return some value if you wanted to move off of it there, but it feels like everybody's sort of entombed together. They made a pact and they're all going to go down with the ship. Kawhi gets the deal. I mean, maybe Paul George is the exception to that rule, but I don't know where the landing spot for James Harden is, if not for that. We've already covered in many capacities the lack of infinite wiggles that he has. And so it does feel like their only thing to do is pay everybody if they will take the money and keep them around, and just, hope for something better than what you got this time around. Hope that next year is finally the time Kawhi's healthy. And that hope is not a plan, but I don't know what the plan is outside of that.